Welcome everyone to today's video where we'll be showcasing the transformation journeys of our patients. So here's our first patient, Surendra. Let's hear about his transformation journey in his own words.
Hello viewers. Today we are excited to share the 12 months transformation journey of one of our patient who was facing the challenges of Norwood grade 2 baldness. This is a repair case as he had previously undergone a hair transplant at another clinic but didn't achieve the desired results. That's why he came to us. As you can see from his pictures, his hairline receded along with temples and noticeable thinning visible in the frontal area, but his rest of the scalp is healthy. Also, he had a dense donor area which plays an important role in the transplantation. This repair case presents a unique challenge because unlike a fresh hair transplant, we don't have the full potential of the donor area. Stay tuned for the result. After examining the scalp, our surgeons designed a custom-shaped hairline that perfectly matched the patient's facial features. The hairline was positioned slightly lower in the middle, maintaining a precise distance of 7 cm from the glabella point. To frame the face, the temples were also shaped with great attention to detail and also marked the remaining affected area. During the procedure, our experts carefully placed single thin hair follicles in the hairline and temples zone to achieve a natural look. In the frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were used to create a fuller and denser look. A total of 2,300 grafts were implanted, all taken from the patient's safe donor area. One month after his hair transplant, our patient came for his follow-up PRP session. At this stage, we observed about 70% shedding on the transplanted region. This shedding occurred after an initial growth phase, indicating that the follicles are settling in and beginning their natural growth cycle. At the same time, his donor area completely healed. Four months after his surgery, our patient's hair growth showed significant progress, a result of his dedication to following the prescribed medications and maintaining a healthy diet. This stage was important as it reflected both the success of the procedure and his commitment to post-operative care. The visible improvement in hair growth was a clear indication of progress, and as time passed, we anticipated further density, which would enhance the natural fuller look of his hair. This transformation was a testament to the effectiveness of our holistic approach to hair restoration at QHT Clinic. Nine months after his hair transplant, the hairline had beautifully framed the temples and the frontal area showed visible volume and density. At this stage, our patient demonstrated impressive progress. It was clear by then that the treatment had been successful, reflecting the high standards we upheld at QHT Clinic in delivering excellent hair restoration results. However, these were not the final results, as the full outcome was yet to be seen. 12 months after his hair transplant, our patient achieved remarkable results, showcasing the success of his treatment. Once struggling with severe baldness, he now enjoyed the freedom to style his hair and had recently chosen a new haircut. His hair looked so natural and flawless that it was virtually impossible to tell he had ever undergone a transplant. This transformation from noticeable baldness to a full natural looking head of hair was a testament to the skill and effectiveness of the QHT technique. The patient's journey served as a powerful example of how advanced hair restoration could dramatically enhance both appearance and self-confidence. This is the journey of our patient who went from Norwood grade 2 baldness to a fuller, natural looking hairline and improved frontal area. If you are looking to transform your look from bald to young and energetic, book an appointment with our expert team.
You've just seen Surendra's transformation journey. Now let's move on to our final comparison of the day. Let's find out more about his journey.
Can your diet cause hair loss or even make you bald? You might be surprised because hair thinning is not just about genetics or stress. It is also influenced by what is happening inside your body. In this video, we are taking you through the real journeys of our 3 patients, each facing different stages of diffuse hair loss. Patient 1 was dealing with diffuse grade 3 thinning, noticing subtle yet worrying changes in his hair density. Patient 2 faced diffuse grade 4A, where hair loss had already started affecting his confidence and overall appearance. Patient 3, at diffuse grade 6, was struggling with advanced baldness and was eager to regain a fuller, natural hair look. If you also want to see such a change on your scalp, visit your nearest branch in Haridwar, Delhi, or Hyderabad today. Stay with us until the end, because we are not just showing transformations. We are revealing how the right care, interventions, and even diet played a role in their incredible results. At the end of this video, we will also share some important diet tips that can support your hair growth. These are the same guidelines our patients followed to achieve their successful results. Watch this video till the very end, because every part of it is highly beneficial and will help clear all your doubts about hair loss. By the end, you will understand the real possibilities for reversing hair loss at every stage and learn what might be holding your hair back from growing. Analyzing the before condition is one of the most crucial steps in a hair restoration journey. It allows our experts to assess the donor area, the extent of baldness, scalp thinning, and other underlying issues. Based on this thorough analysis, a personalized treatment plan is created for each patient to achieve the best possible results. Meet patient 1, who was facing the challenges of diffuse grade 3 hair loss. His hairline had completely receded, forming an M shape. Some hair remained in the frontal tuft, but the frontal area showed visible damage, and the mid-scalp also had noticeable thinning. With proper medications and precautions, these areas improved before the transplant, preparing the scalp for optimal results. Patient 2 faced diffuse grade 4A hair loss. His hairline had fully receded into an M shape, which had affected his frontal area as well. The mid-scalp showed visible thinning, and the patient was seeking growth to achieve full coverage. The rest of his scalp still had healthy hair, providing a strong foundation for the transplant procedure. Finally, patient 3 was in a more advanced stage, facing diffuse grade 6 baldness. His hairline had receded significantly, while thinning was clearly visible in both the frontal and mid-scalp areas. The crown was completely bald, as can be seen from his scalp condition. One thing all 3 patients had in common was a healthy donor area, which played a critical role in the success of their hair transplant. This strong foundation allowed our experts to design and execute a precise transplant plan, maximizing density and achieving natural-looking results across all affected areas. If you want to know more, comment on hair transplant. After thoroughly analyzing the scalp, our experts first trimmed the patient's hair and then performed a thorough head wash. This step removes dirt, excess oil, and impurities, creating a clean canvas that makes designing the hairline much easier and more precise. Patient 1 had a custom-shaped hairline carefully designed by our experts. After finalizing the shape, the affected frontal area was precisely marked to guide the graft placement during the transplant. Patient 2 also received a custom-shaped hairline, with markings extending over the frontal area and covering half of the mid-scalp. This ensured that the areas requiring the most coverage were clearly defined for accurate graft implantation. Finally, patient 3, who was in an advanced stage of hair loss, had a custom hairline designed with exact measurements from the glabella point to maintain natural proportions. The entire affected area, including the frontal, mid-scalp, and crown area, was also marked to guide the transplant procedure. The hairline is one of the most critical aspects of the hair transplant process because the final results depend heavily on it. Following these marking guidelines, our experts proceed with precise graft implantation, ensuring that the density, direction, and natural flow of hair are perfectly recreated. This step is the foundation for achieving a natural, balanced, and aesthetically pleasing result that enhances the patient's overall appearance. If you also want your perfect hairline back, then comment hairline. Once the planning stage was complete, it was time to move into the most crucial part, the procedure itself. At QHT Clinic, every surgery begins with prioritizing the comfort and safety of the patient. To ensure a completely painless experience, local anesthesia was carefully administered to both the recipient area, where the grafts would be implanted, and the donor area, from where the grafts would be extracted. This step is vital because it allows the patient to remain awake and comfortable throughout the procedure without feeling any pain. After achieving proper numbness, the next step was slit creation in the recipient area. This is where the artistry of the surgeon plays a major role. The slits not only determine the density, but also the natural appearance of the transplant. In the hairline zone, slits were created in a dense, irregular pattern, mimicking the way natural hair grows. They were carefully implanted in a slightly uneven, zigzag pattern rather than in straight lines, ensuring a realistic hairline. With the recipient area prepared, the procedure moved to graft extraction and implantation. Grafts were carefully extracted from the safe donor zone, which is located at the back and sides of the scalp. This donor area is genetically resistant to baldness, ensuring that the transplanted hair is permanent and will last a lifetime. Patient 1, Required restoration of a natural-looking hairline. Single and thin hair follicles were implanted in the hairline zone, following the irregular pattern of the pre-made slits to achieve a realistic effect. To enhance the density in the affected frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were strategically implanted, giving the hair a fuller, natural frame. In total, 2,600 grafts were implanted, all sourced from the patient's safe donor zone. Patient 2 needed restoration across multiple zones. Single and thin follicles were placed in the hairline to recreate a natural facial frame, while the frontal area and half of the mid-scalp were filled with double and triple follicles to boost volume and density. This precise distribution ensured a natural look while achieving full coverage. A total of 3,500 grafts were implanted, all extracted from his safe donor area. Patient 3, with diffuse grade 6 baldness, required a more extensive approach. Single follicles were used to restore the hairline, while the frontal and mid-scalp areas were packed with double and triple follicles to provide the density he was missing. The crown was carefully treated in a spiral pattern, with single, double, and triple follicles implanted to replicate natural growth patterns. His case required 6,300 grafts, all extracted from the safe donor and beard zone. The careful and precise distribution ensured that all thinning areas seamlessly blended with the surrounding hair. By the end of the procedure, each patient had a carefully restored hairline and enhanced density in the areas that needed it most. The combination of precise planning, artistic slit creation, and strategic graft placement ensured natural, long-lasting, and aesthetically balanced results for every patient. Now let us look step by step at each patient's follow-up sessions and their results. When patient 1 returned for his first follow-up, our team performed a PRP session. PRP uses the patient's own blood, concentrated to a layer rich in growth factors, and injects it into the scalp to improve circulation, speed healing, and stimulate dormant follicles. At this visit, our experts observed approximately 60% shedding on the recipient area, which is a normal and expected phase after transplant. We documented the scalp condition with clinical photos to objectively monitor progress. 1 month after the transplant, when patient 2 came in for his first PRP session, our experts noticed that his scalp was experiencing a shedding phase similar to patient 1. Around 60% of the transplanted hairs were shedding. This is a completely natural process where transplanted hair temporarily falls out while the roots start to settle into the scalp. During this period, PRP therapy plays a crucial role in strengthening these roots and preparing them for healthy, dense growth in the upcoming months. This early phase may look concerning, but it is essential for achieving the final natural-looking results. One and a half months after the transplant, when the patient visited the clinic for his PRP session, our experts observed that his shedding phase had already begun. You could clearly see the shedding across his frontal mid-scalp and even crown areas, which is a completely normal and expected part of the healing journey. At the same time, his donor area had completely healed, showing excellent recovery and healthy regrowth. This is the stage where the transplanted roots start to anchor themselves deep into the scalp, preparing for the real growth phase that follows soon after. 7 months after surgery, patient 1's previously M-shaped hairline was beautifully restored. Frontal gains and increased density framed his face naturally, and the mid-scalp had visibly filled in. The change in hair volume and texture was obvious in both clinical photos and patient selfies. The patient reported improved confidence and was able to style his hair freely. Our doctor noted that the transplant grafts were integrating well and that ongoing PRP and nutritional support were helping maintain the gains. Just 6 months after the transplant, The results were truly remarkable. His hairline now looks completely natural, perfectly framing the frontal and mid-scalp areas where grafts were placed. These areas have developed excellent density and volume, blending seamlessly with his existing hair. The transformation is so natural that it is almost impossible to tell that there was ever any baldness. And the best part is that this is only the 6-month mark. The full final results are still on their way. Seven months after the transplant, the transformation was already visible and truly impressive. His hairline had taken perfect shape, beautifully framing his face, while the frontal and mid-scalp areas showed significant density and coverage. The crown area had developed a natural swirl pattern, a clear sign of accurate implantation direction and proper angulation by our expert team. Although a bit of minor thinning could still be noticed, that is completely normal at this stage and continues to improve with subsequent PRP sessions and medications. So stay tuned, because the journey does not stop here in the coming months. The results get even better and more refined. At 10 months, we recorded the final set of results for patient 1. Compared to his initial condition, the transformation was outstanding. The hairline looked natural, the frontal and mid-scalp density was restored, and the overall hair quality had improved. The patient could now cut and style his hair as he wished. During the consultation, the doctor highlighted how restored hair not only improves appearance, but also positively affects facial harmony and emotional well-being. We reinforced a maintenance plan, including PRP booster sessions, targeted supplements, and scalp care to protect long-term results. Before we move on to patient 2's follow-ups, let us quickly review some early post-operative photos that the patients themselves shared with us. These include Day 5, Day 6, and Day 10 pictures. These images are valuable because they show the immediate healing pathway, clot resolution, and early graft take. Now it is time to reveal the complete 1-year transformation. Take a look at his hair is thick, voluminous, and completely natural, restoring a youthful and confident appearance. Compare it with his initial condition, and the change is truly astonishing. His transplanted hairs have perfectly merged with his native hair, creating a flawless, uniform hairline. By following every PRP session and post-care instruction diligently, he achieved results that are both natural and long-lasting. Today, his confidence is back, and he can truly enjoy his transformation. This journey is a perfect example of how expert technique, consistent follow-ups, and proper care can create life-changing results. If you are ready to take control of your hair loss and start your own transformation journey, book a consultation with our experts today, because your new look could be just one decision away. Now it is time to reveal his complete transformation after 13 months, and the results are absolutely stunning. Look at the difference between his initial condition and his current results. This is not just hair growth. This is a complete restoration of confidence and personality. When he came for consultation, he said he wanted a natural, dense look that suits his face, and that is exactly what our experts delivered with precise planning and technique. His hairline now looks effortlessly natural, with balanced density, perfect direction, and realistic volume across every zone: frontal, mid, and crown. Today, he can finally style and cut his hair freely just the way he wants. Like many young men, he once had to compromise strict school rules hair fall during college years, and eventually progressive hair loss took away that freedom. But now, after his transformation, he enjoys that complete freedom again to style his hair, attend parties, meet people, and step out with full confidence. His journey is a perfect reminder that a hair transplant is not just about changing your look. It is about reclaiming your confidence, expression, and identity. If you are also struggling with hair loss and want to experience a transformation that feels natural and life-changing, Book your consultation with our experts today, because your confidence deserves a comeback too. This was the complete transformation journey of our 3 patients. Now, let us move on to some of the most frequently asked questions related to their cases. The answers to these questions will clear your doubts and help you understand the entire hair restoration and recovery process in a better way. FAQs. 1. What is diffuse hair loss and how is it different from normal hair thinning? Diffuse hair loss affects large areas of the scalp rather than a single spot. It usually causes uniform thinning across the frontal, mid, and crown regions. Unlike normal shedding, diffuse hair loss can lead to visible baldness if left untreated. 2. Can diet really impact hair loss? Yes. Diet plays a significant role in hair health. Deficiencies in proteins, iron, zinc, and vitamins, such as B12, D, and biotin, can accelerate hair thinning. A balanced diet, along with proper hydration and supplements, can support hair growth and strengthen transplanted follicles. 3. How important is the donor area for a hair transplant? The donor area, usually at the back and sides of the scalp, contains hair that is genetically resistant to hair loss. Its health and density are critical because they determine how many grafts can be safely extracted and ensure the longevity of the transplant results. 4. What is PRP therapy and why is it used after a transplant? PRP stands for platelet-rich plasma. It uses the patient's own blood, concentrated with growth factors, to stimulate dormant follicles, improve circulation, and support faster healing. PRP is especially helpful during the shedding phase to strengthen the roots and prepare them for robust growth. 5. Are the results permanent? Yes. Transplanted hair comes from areas resistant to hair loss, making it permanent. Maintaining results with proper care, PRP sessions, and nutritional support ensures long-lasting benefits. 6. Are there any precautions after the transplant? Yes. Patients must follow a strict post-care regimen, including avoiding sun exposure, refraining from strenuous activity for a few days, regular PRP sessions, and using prescribed medications and supplements to support hair growth. 7. How soon can normal life and activities be resumed? Most of the daily activities can be resumed within a week. Light exercise and normal grooming can continue once the scalp has healed. Full styling and hair treatments can be done once the transplanted hair has grown and matured. This was the complete transformation journey of our 3 patients, where you saw their progress from the initial condition to their amazing final results. Each patient began at a different stage of diffuse hair loss, but with the right planning, treatment, and expert care, they achieved natural and life-changing transformations. Now tell us in the comments, which patient's results did you find the most impressive and why? If you also want to achieve such remarkable results, book your consultation with our expert team today and take the first step toward your own transformation. Thank you for watching.
Hello friends, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will get update on every video.